I want to let Obama know this evening, because I know he's listening, or his aides are. I want to let Obama understand that the worst mistake the USA ever made was to rig a terrorist into power. I must continue. And spend in the cause of Allah, jihad of all kinds, and do not throw yourselves into destruction by not spending your wealth in the cause of Allah. And do good. Truly, Allah loves al-Musinun, the good doers. Those who use their money to fund terrorism, Allah loves them. Allah is in love with everybody who spends his money, including the former governor of the central bank, Sanusi Lamido. Haliru also indicted Governor Isa Yuguda of Bauchi State as an ally of Boko Haram sect. Narrating his experience when he was arrested and detained years ago, Haliru said, soon after my immediate boss, Muhammad Yusuf, was killed in 2009, about 23 of us were arrested in one of our hideouts in Bauchi. But when Governor Isa Yuguda heard about it, he immediately arranged for me to be free. Even before his official broadcast in 2010 that he was using his position as the executive governor of Bauchi State to free 28 prisoners from Bauchi Central Prison, I was already a free man along with several other of my terrorist colleagues. I hope people are paying attention very carefully. This is what is happening in the zoo. This is the evil that people are confronting every blessed day in the damnation that the British created. BBC never verified or cared to investigate this very news. All the evidence was given to them to investigate, or maybe do with their flagship program called Panorama, to be able to expose our Fulani people once and for all. But they thought about the money flowing to BBC, the stolen money in the British banks. They thought about the 400 billion lost in the British economy from the coffers of the thieving, corrupt politicians of the zoo. They said it is better to keep our mouth shut. That is why the BBC should not be relied upon or counted upon to give you factual, accurate information. The sponsors of terrorism are all Awasa former heads of state, Awasa Fulani former heads of state, Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, to name a few, the Sultan of Sokoto, the immediate past Emir of Kanu, the current Emir of Kanu as well. All these people are sponsors of terrorism in the zoo called Nigeria.
Of Nigerians. Anything that happens, they will refer you to go to church and mosque and pray. Pray to God, though. Don't think that this present government can do anything. No, it's God. And they are looting. And you see stupid, foolish people going to church praying. Oh God, I cast the spirit of darkness that is not giving us light. People are in the mosque preaching, praying. For God to help them for security.
How come a bunch of Alamajiri were able to command billions upon billions of naira to acquire heavy-duty weapons from Iran and from Lebanon, flown direct to Kanu? How was that possible without the support of heavyweight military and political figures in the Mohammedan Emirates of the North? My goodness me. Their weapons is unimaginable. How did they acquire these weapons? They are not living close to the sea. Maybe you may say they smuggled it in. Have you ever wondered how is it possible for Boko Haram to be getting all these sophisticated weapons at their disposal? However, it has been reported by even an Awasa online publication that since 2009, the deadly sect, which is Boko Haram, has continued to deploy various tactics to sustain its resolve in undermining the British-created Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It was gathered that in the onset, the sect began to embark on selective killings and maiming of politicians and security agencies. Later on, according to the report, the terror group acquired the know-how on how to make improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, which it used mostly on security operatives, security formations, and churches within and around Borno State, in a bid to promote the jihad of God, the jihad of Allah, as they claim. The Islamic sect Boko Haram went from terror attacks to attacking banks and other financial institutions, as well as the robbery of bullion vans in which millions of naira were at different locations and occasions stolen. It is therefore deduced that Boko Haram are stealing from the public, and another publication revealed how they kidnapped prominent people for ransom in Hausa Fulani land. That's how they get their funding as well. After many speculations on where they got their armaments and their money from, they unleashed terror in the northeastern part of the zoo and Abuja. Their main sources have been unveiled. According to US TV network NBC, most of the terror group's weapons are either stolen from the Nigerian military. It is not stolen. It was given to them by those that served under Babangida and Buhari. They needed Boko Haram to do the dirty work for them. The essence of Boko Haram, or part of it, was to make sure that power returned to Hausa Fulani. And they have gotten the power back. But to control Boko Haram now is virtually impossible. They can no longer control them. Abubakar Shekau may have gone on the ground because he has done his job.
We shall be the more we fight together.
Oh God Almighty. Whereas those that are responsible are the ones eating and dining with all these imams and pastors and telling the public, go and pray. Maybe it's God, though. We can't do nothing, oh, it's God. And you see zombies trooping to the church and mosque and the ordinary every other prayer grounds or religions, stupidly praying. Oh God, come and help us. God cannot help you. You must help yourself and do something. After the era of enlightenment was preceded by era of discovery. Do you understand that? Without enlightenment, you can. What are you going to discover? There wouldn't have been discovery. What are you going to discover? When Galileo said that the earth is spherical and the religion say no, you are speaking anathema. As a scientist, he saw it that the earth was spherical, turning around the sun. But superstition said no. It is written in the holy book that the earth is was static and the sun is going around and about it. Do you understand? Until they submitted everything to the altar of reason. They call it sovereignty of reason. Reason should not be attached to any emotion, to any religion, to any ethnicity. That is why what we preach here is truth. Truth has no color. Truth has no language. Truth is static. Truth is constant. It doesn't matter if you use Igbo, you say 1 + 1, it gives you the same result too. If you use Hindi, Indian language, to say 1 + 1, practically you do it, it doesn't matter the language you speak. It gives you 2. That is what truth is all about. No emotion attached or should be attached to truth. That is what the Europeans were able to do. They succeeded in doing it to the brains of most of their people. And now the rest is history. The people rose up because they were enlightened. Now they scattered and killed off those that have been deceiving them with superstition. Do you understand? They are kings and queens and bishops, religious leaders that are deceiving them. They pursued all of them and slaughtered them. International terrorism. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And the indigenous people of
something that Nigeria cannot do.
Let us see how it's going to play.
The Hausas achieved it the world medieval period. But the Fulani
people think that our leader will be tried. There should be no trial of
Fulani headsmen.
Our leader.
Call them bandits.
Before anything,
bandits that are attacking military formation.
Our leader is
heavily guarded. Bandits that are shooting down.
He is
shooting down
technically in Kenya. That is it. We are not begging them. They must release him by fire and by force. That is what we are saying. And that is our stand. It doesn't matter anyhow. He must be released. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House-a-Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Please, you should invite your siblings, your brothers and sisters, your family members, your friends, even your enemies to this hallowed platform. Today is the 31st of August 2021, being Tuesday. Let us pray. Chukwu okike abịama, Binigwe, the God of our ancestors, we have once again gathered in this hallowed platform in order to do the needful, to preach the gospel of liberation, the gospel of freedom. There are many things, many hindrances, but it doesn't matter, because we are fighting a very monstrous battle. Behold our leader, who is illegally renditioned, extraordinarily renditioned, who is in the hands of our enemies. We understand that it is part of the process, but deal decisively with anybody, any group of people, any person that his hand is actively or passively in that extraordinary rendition. Deal with them the way you dealt with Judas. Any other people also whose hands are not clean, who are here in this struggle just for personal aggrandizement, just for what he can get, either influence or power or money. Chukwu okike abịama, expose those people as we are heading to on the 15th and 16th. Chukwu okike abịama, in order to ask for forgiveness of our sins. We have asked several times and we continue asking. We pray that our God hear our prayers. Deal decisively with our enemies. Make them lose their loved ones as they are making us be. Pay them back according to the same way they are dealing with us. Deal with them decisively. What we know is that the end result is the restoration of Biafra. We pray, calling upon your holy name, that God take full charge and full control as you have been doing of this struggle. That any person or group of people that is here to make problem, expose him or her and pursue him, disgrace him in a way that he should be humiliated. Thank you, Chukwu okike abịama, for in your name we have prayed. He say, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House-a-Service, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Johnathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Without wasting my time, I am going to go directly to the topic of today's program. I am going to play this clip. You know, I played a clip of our leader. It's for something. I want to use it on something. For explanation. Before I started. The date of that voice you have been hearing or you have been listening, that date was the 14th day of August 2015. Exactly 6 years and about 2 weeks today. What we are experiencing and witnessing today has been prophesied by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You had it all. You know, our leader went to World Igbo Congress. I will not stop saying this. So that heaven will bear us witness that we were warned. The Son of Man went to World Igbo Congress boldly, asking for aid to save them, to save our own people, to save everybody. He was asking for guns and bullets. And you know, that thing is history. It is in the archives. That video, it is in the archives. Some people sent in that World Igbo Congress, sent this video, they made the video, they sent it directly to the Nigerian government. That this man is asking for guns and bullets. So what are you waiting for? You should kill him, arrest him, deal with him decisively. Igbo people, I'm telling you. Today what is happening? You know, we have been shouting, I've been shouting since how many years? The same way Christ was shouting. John the Baptist came and was shouting in a lone voice in the wilderness. Today you are reading it. It is in history book. In the Bible. It is in history. And people, you know, crucified him. And you are blaming them. Today, the same thing that happened at that time is happening today. I played that voice purposely. 14th of August 2015. It was in the evening part of the program. Because he used to do program morning and evening, morning and night, morning and night. The morning, go to 14th of August 2015. That is where the Son of Man was making the whole revelations. Which today, I'm going to also play the clip of the interview of Commodore Kunle, is it Kunle Olawumi, on Channels Television, in which today he is declared wanted by the Nigerian government, by the Fulani terrorist government of Nigeria. Because he is an insider. That time, 2015, he was even working as one of them. I want to caption today's submission. The looming danger of the continuous existence of Nigeria. The looming danger. People that are being warned, can they hear? People that are being warned, will they hear? Therefore, if it is in Shakespeare, they say, lend me your ears. Lend me your ears. It doesn't matter whether you are even Fulani peasant, Hausa, Nupe, Gwari, Egon, Igbo, Yoruba, Bachama. It doesn't matter whether you are from Kanuri. Please draw nearer to your listening devices. Today is the 31st day of August 2021. The topic of my submission today, which I'm going to exclusively make, analyzing the interview of Commodore Kunle Olawumi, who is one of the players. Today, the thing has passed him. and he had to come out to shout. When our leader was there warning everybody, including World Igbo Congress, give me guns and bullets. People were, the same treatment. I will not forget because it is in my head. Oh my God, please, Igbo Kwen, what we are doing here, please, no need of asking this man any other question. Because anything you ask him, he will answer the one you didn't even ask him. So please, we are not going to sleep here. Let us do quick, let him go. I got Kokwananga, you understand? So, the same thing, the same agenda every time. That is it. No progressive thinking, no critical analysis of tomorrow for our people. No. People are interested only their presence, the present day, today. That is why, every time, I'm sorry, but it's reality. I say that our people are always, we are still primitive. Do you understand? We are still primitive. I keep on maintaining this. Until Biafra is restored, until people become disciplined through law, now we can maintain who we are. That is the time we should be, we are going to be civilized. But for now, we are still primitive. World Igbo Congress, they didn't see what our leaders saw. You say people that are voting Buhari come get so Monelolo, Akanchawa, singing Akanchawa. Where are they today? What is happening today? After you say, no, they deceive us with Takia, but our people are deceiving themselves. When I say our people, I mean all the indigenous people in that contraption, unfortunate contraption called Nigeria. We are going to, let us go because it's long. We are going to take it. It's long. But I'm going to play. I will interrupt and make my analysis from time to time. Do not forget the topic of my submission that says the looming danger of the continuous existence of Nigeria. Our leader warned us. Those that are being put into power, Buhari and co, Buhari is one, the boldest jihadist representative. It's very bold. Can you ask yourself, why is it that immediately Buhari entered power, he summoned Mietiala, his terrorist group, his terrorist comrades, and gave them 100 billion naira. They were demanding, I think, 160 or 130. He gave them 100 billion. The one he gave them openly, with impunity. And people did not do anything. Why are people calling me, please? This is not, I don't know why people are in spontaneous action. That is it. Not staying in one place and talk. When you talk, you run away. It's not what we need. Our leader warned everybody. He warned the Nigerians that these people are terrorists that you are bringing into power. Bold ones. They had been working secretly behind the scenes in order to colonize Nigeria. They are using Islamism in order to colonize Nigeria. Listen, that is the way I see it. People are talking about Islamizing Nigeria. I said, no. There is a very fine line between Islamization and colonization. The Fulani, they are very smart. They are using Islamization, putting it in front. The same way they put Nigeria, one Nigeria in front to fight against Biafra, and they captured every other people, including the Ududuwa, including the Jews that are being slaughtered today. Everybody is okay, one Nigeria, we are going, rebels, Biafrans are rebels, let us kill them. They must float something, an illusion in your presence,
in order to rally people around. I said the Fulani, they are master planners before God and man. They are master planners. We must say it as it is. Why I'm saying, I'm not praising them, but I'm letting you understand the type of enemy we have, the type of people we are dealing with. These are people that have been conquering. They have been inside conquest since more than 500-600 years back. Because some people will say, no, the British are giving them advice. Yes, I agree now. But who gave them advice to conquer parts of Mauritania? Whether it's in the 14th or 15th century. Is it the British? At that time, Britain never even dreamed of coming to making venture to Africa. 14 something, that is 15th century. What about their conquest of Fouta Touré in Senegal? Is it the British also? Are you going to tell me the British? No. They did it on their own. Now they moved down to Fouta Djallon. Is it the British too? Come on, let us call a spade a spade. These people, you see them, you say, they don't know anything. They are illiterates. Come on, how do you define illiteracy? What is your definition of illiteracy? Is it somebody that doesn't speak Queen's English? Is it somebody that doesn't speak, is it French? Or Dutch? Any European language? You say, no, he's an illiterate. No, sir, no, ma. No, sir, no, ma. You can be a genius without even hearing come in English, neither any European language. The same way the Chinese, the Japanese are. They are genius. So what am I trying to say? Don't be deceived when you see the Fulani. Oh, they are cattle headers. They are this and that. Today, they are using everything at their disposal in order to Fulanize everybody. Therefore, please, let us listen.
Welcome back. Yes, we'll be talking about what you just saw now, the security breach in NDA, and we've got Commodore Kunle Olawumi joining us here this morning. He's the head Department of Criminology and Security Studies, Chrisland University, Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is it's one of those blow your cheeks out moments, because lots of people, when they heard it, they just thought, no way, this can't be. But they just thought, well, in fact, some people thought it was fake news. Others thought, nah, maybe there could be some other explanation to this. And then the academy put up this press release saying, yes, it's been compromised. And here we are today. So details are emerging that raises more questions than answers at the moment. But what's your impression of this, for instance?
Thank you very much. My impression, I think, is just the impression of every Nigerian at this point. This is an aberration. I mean, you don't attack Nigerian Defense Academy and kill officers and get away with it.
Yeah.
The last time I was in NDA was in 2017. I went to carry out an investigation by the Minister of Defense. I wanted me to check what is going on with the training and the security environment there. I remember I spent about a week at NDA with the commandant and with the staff, you know. But something struck me. And that was every Friday, the gate of NDA is thrown open. And everybody have access to come and pray in the mosques. And I want to actually enjoin journalists to go to all military formations across the country on Friday.
Are you listening? For people that are saying, Nigeria, they want to Islamize us. Don't you know that you are Islamized already? Do you know when they have superiority over you? That is already Islamization.
That is why I don't agree on that only Islamization. No, they are Fulanizing everybody through Islamization. Why that through Islamization? In order to carry other non-Fulani Muslims, to carry them along to do their dirty job. So they see it as Islamization. Other ethnicities that are Muslim, they are happy. Oh, even Yoruba Muslims say they'll be happy. Oh, no problem. It's our religion. Don't worry. But it is not Islamization, because Nigeria is Islamized already. The whole, even Obinze, this man is a player. He's a commander. He said the whole military quarters all over the country, even the one in Obinze, even in Enugu, every Friday they throw the gate, everything is open so that people will come inside the military mosque to pray. Muslims. What does it mean? What does it mean? Is it not they have power? You can't prevent them. In Iguata, they block road every Friday to pray. You don't care. They don't care about you. You can't do anything. And you are crying. You are thinking that it's only when they come, use gun and say, oh yeah, believe in Islam only. No. This is subtle. Every Friday, whether terrorists or Shekawio can come, enter into military barrack and pray. You don't dare talk. What is it? Is it not an Islamized country? Do you think that when a country is Islamized, they don't have any other religion? Is that what you think? No. Go to Iran. They have even Judaism. They have Jewish kibbutz in Iran. Now. But it's an Islamic country. Do you understand? It's an Islamic country, for goodness sake. They have Christians in Iran holding church services. But the only thing is that they have limitations. That is the thing. That is an Islam. People think that, okay, an Islamized Nigeria is when they will come and close churches. No, they will not do it. It is not. It is Islamized Nigeria will not be. Oh, when they come to Kumuyi, they say, "Oh yeah, stop the church." No, it's all these powers in a country that is a secular country. Their military headquarters. That is the heart of a country. Military. Now, every Friday, that is a Muslim prayers. Every gate, no protocol for you to come in. The Muslims, they are you as far as, even if you want to be Osama bin Laden, enter and pray. What does it mean? On Sundays, you don't know person, don't dare near there. They blow your head off because you're a Christian. It doesn't. They have churches in only interested in calling. Why? My lines are to mainstream government. They tested what they passed. Now they say, okay, okay, we break through. One day they will raise the flag of a Fulanization flag in Asorok. And you see, because by that time they must have bought every other politician. It is them that will come and defend them. Say, no, it doesn't matter. Even this is a great way of a movement. It's good. Even the indigenous people's politicians, the people that will come and defend. Oh, Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. Something is in the offing. Something is happening seriously. I'm telling you. Look at chaos everywhere. Let me go straight to
even though they have their mosque outside,
today, please. As
if
usual,
you go to defense headquarters,
so long.
I serve at defense headquarters as the deputy director, defense administration between 2015 and 2017. Throughout my 2 years at defense headquarters, I received visitors only twice because of the strict security architectures at the defense headquarters. But every Friday, the gate of defense headquarters is thrown wide open for everybody to come in and do Jumat. That is the time the terrorists have the time to profile our security environment.
Has that always been the case?
It has always been the case. I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has
Are
always
you
been the
listening
case.
to the person speaking? He has served the military intelligence for 35 years. My people, a human being of 35 years, he can be a president of a country. He can be a billionaire. He can be anything. He's no more a baby. So this person he say he has served just military intelligence of Nigeria for 35 years. So he's not an ordinary person talking. He is an insider. Our leader said this since 2015, warned everybody. People laughed at him. Where is the profile of this man? They look at him. Is he son of a governor? They say no. Have he mastered the art of looting? They say no. This one said, where did he fall from? Did he know anything about how to rig election? They look at. They say no. They say, I beg, this useless man, he's jobless. That is the way they profiled Christ. Is this not the ordinary son of a carpenter? If you are real Christ, you should fall down from heaven, boom, and there will be lightning and the earthquake, and everywhere will be shaking. Now we shall see a giant come, but they look nothing, just ordinary carpenter in their midst. This one say, oh boy, this table that I'm sitting down, these chairs we are sitting down, is his father that did it for me. Oh. Even I still owe him some money. They laugh. What is this man telling us? This is the way they profile the messenger. In our letter, when he was speaking, I said the Son of Man went to World Igbo Congress and stood up boldly. He was having a written address, which Iruanya said he wrote. When he go, he said no. He discarded. He said, I'm not accustomed to reading things because things flow from the head. Because he's divine. He called the people. He said, look, there is danger looming. This continuous existence of the one Nigeria is to our detriment. This is the time I need guns and bullets. And you see people shaking. What are you saying? What are you saying? Guns and bullets? No. Where does this one come from? Say guns and bullets. I never even, some never even hear the name before. Acted as they never hear the name gun or bullet before. Come on. He said they are coming. They are coming. And when they surround everywhere, at that time, I will tell you people, it is happening now. And people are there, their house is on fire. They are pursuing rats. This person has said, anywhere gossip will enter. That is where they flow. And things are happening. Instead of people to rise up, be agile at alert. Because we continue pursuing rats. Continue listening, please.
Problem is religion and social cultural. People will expect me to come here and start.
Sorry, when you hear about social cultural, it's a big grammar. We are interacting in foreign language. English is not our mother tongue. It means their way of life. Their way of life. Social cultural, that is what it means. Their way of life, we have been shouting here that the problem we have in Nigeria is basic. It is amalgamating people that have different and opposing ways of life together. That is what this man, when he talks about social culture, you might not understand, but it means their way of life. Because their way of life is different and opposing to our own way of life. That is the basic problem of Nigeria. They put people that have opposite ways of life together, that force them together that they must live in one country. That is the problem we are having. Please continue listening.
Talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017.
Kinetics, that is what it means is, the fights, the power, expediting power. That is military force. That is what it means by kinetics. All this big grammar. We need to explain it so that people will understand it. Because when you hear this, you think it's something extraordinary. No. The problem of fighting, he say it's not about military power to go and destroy, go and kill, go use military. No. It's more than that. Please continue listening.
2016. I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Lawrence Shakin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Lawrence Shakin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if you go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Lawrence Shakin asked me, allow me, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Lawrence that if I tell you the answer, you're not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? So the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yeah. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians. Tried them. We know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government.
Are you listening? Do you remember the clip I played before I started this program by our leader of 14th August 2015? Where he read the news about one man, one Fulani man, one of the main terrorists
He read the news. It was in the Nigerian newspaper that he found Christ. Now he have to open up. And he made the same thing. These are the people that were arrested. He was arrested. And this man interviewed him. He questioned him. Not interview. He questioned him. He was one of them. So are you seeing how things are, things are joined together? How things are linked together? Are you here? Are you listening? But when our leader was saying it, reading this, telling people the danger, the looming danger, people don't care. People laugh with it. Nigerian comedians, they go and make merry with it. They make people laugh with it. Now they say Boko Haram will kill everybody. Everybody will laugh. Quack, 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 quack. Now bring one more beer. Do you see why we call Nigerians the most stupid set of people on earth? Do you see the reason? This man is the person, the main person that conducted the questioning of all those terrorists. But after they were all released, because this issue was above them. It's not about kinetics. It's not about reactions, military reactions. Go and bomb, go and... No. He said it's above them. It's above that. You have to start rooting out those that are the sponsors. As America is saying today, we are going to help Nigeria to expose the sponsors of Boko Haram. It seems, sometimes things make me laugh. I'm telling you. They are telling the sponsors of Boko Haram, which is the Nigerian government, they are telling them that we are going to help you to expose you. Is it possible? Is it possible? Maybe America is looking also for another bribe. They will send their companies to go to Biafra land for more crude oil. That is why they make public all these things. Otherwise, it's laughable. You are going to tell somebody, a thief, that I'm going to expose you. Give me permission to expose you. Is it possible? If you want to expose, you would have publicity even without. You know that the present government is a terrorist government, and you are asking them, I'm going to, if Nigeria give me permission, I will expose them. God Almighty. This world is a world of hypocrisy. That is why, no more. It is idiotic to continue complaining, crying. The only thing is organize yourself. That is what IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done. So that you make yourself strong. And stop weeping, complaining. The world, nothing. It's when you start up, they know that you are serious. Do you understand? Had it been we didn't stop fighting, 1970. If there is peace talk and some others enter into the bush on guerrilla warfare, by now we would have been free. That's it. But we stopped, and the world say, oh boy, these people. This thing, it's not worth it. We go back to integration, to be integrated, which means we were fighting and our mind is in our buildings in Katangura. I was doing fine in Zungeru. I was doing fine in Lagos. I don't know. I have buildings there. I don't know what will happen to them. What type of... That is why, things happen like that. Had it been some group of boys enter into the bush and start causing havoc without listening to anybody, they carry on their duties and continue going, by now we would have been free. I'm telling you honestly. Because the world will not come unless you fight back. And really fighting back. Now they will say, oh boy... No, that oil. Nobody will become no-go zone. Any person that puts head, whether you are foreigner or indigenous, bomb will kill you. And now that time they will say, oh boy, let us look into this case. So that is when the world will come. It's just like somebody asking the other day, I think Mazi Kelechi, can't we negotiate with our oil? I say your oil for mouth. Sometimes I listen to our people. I say, your oil. Do you maybe in Ohaji? Do you know the color of a crude oil? Your oil for mouth. Are you in charge of your oil? It is the people that are in charge that will use it as they want. That is why they are using it in order to fight us. Using it as a leverage. You know, paying any person. They don't own it. So they just take it by force. So any country that opens mouth today, they will just use it. How much do you want to take? How many millions of barrels you want to take a day? Take. Because it doesn't belong to them. So it is in their control. It is only when we wrestle the thing and our control, now we can use it in order to negotiate. We can call, how can you call a country and say, come, take this oil in my back. Look, even your backyard you are talking, you are in a hut, living in an old hut. The people, the oil company, the wall they put between you and them, it's like prison, more than prison. You don't even have access to even enter inside. And you are saying, this is my oil in my backyard, come and take it. Even Oyibo will ask you, are you sure you are okay? What is your oil? Are you in control? Okay, come, let's enter into the gate now. You cannot even. And you are saying it's my oil. Let us continue.
Boys that were arrested, mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for general land shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State.
Say something here. You know why? You know, it's just like Anayara Ishi, Abarotele Ajo. That is our Igbo adage. You leave the mountain. That is what the Fulani Caliphate is playing on the brain of Nigerians. They left the mountain calling, oh, bring more soldiers. They slaughter them. Which is not the solution. The solution, the main problem, as this man said, the center of gravity, that is the main problem, lies on the sponsors of this Boko Haram. And these are very powerful people in the country. Ministers, governors, people in Aso Rock. Can't you get it? Do you know that ministers in Nigeria, many of them are not put there by themselves? They are agents of foreign powers. And it is the foreign powers that give order to any president that, look, put this person as minister of this, because he's their agent. And there is not, they are being protected. Let me tell you, many of all these people, mostly the Fulani politicians that you see today, many of them are not alone. They have solidified their ground by being foreign agents, given every information needed. That is why they are foreign agents. So you cannot remove them or talk to them anyhow. Otherwise, you see them, they will just make just hand sign, and things will start happening. The intelligence agents, the foreign power they are representing, will just bring things and start doing things. It will cause confusion everywhere. That is what has happened in Nigeria. The only solution to Nigeria is balkanization. Short and simple. People are still sleeping till today. Nigerians are still sleeping, living by the day. Survival now, as far as you are surviving, thank God though. Religion is being promoted so that to continue keeping people asleep. They go to mosque, they go to church, it becomes a place of solace. To continue putting people under heavy sleep, volume 20. When you drink volume 30, you can sleep for one month non-stop. That is what they are doing. Every week, every day, people are in religious centers. People are in churches, being weakened, being put to sleep. Once you just watch them. Once they are there, they are out of reality. Emotion will carry them. They will say it is ghost or Holy Ghost. They don't understand. Once they finish giving them the dose of the volume 5, they come out. Reality will face them. Is it not yesterday or day before yesterday that they abducted people from Church of Oyedepo? Oyedepo's church in Kogi State. Gunmen enter there and kidnap them. To tell them that, look, this is the reality. All these things you are doing, you try to run away from reality through religion. When you close eye, you think that, I'm in paradise now. Oh. But when you open eye, you see that, oh boy, no electricity. Oh, that is a reality. You want to get out, they'll tell you, oh boy, be careful. Oh, there is gunshot everywhere. That is the reality. Inside the church, they dose you with volume 5 that, believe in God, everything will be okay. Don't worry, things will be okay. Don't worry. Every time they continue giving you these doses, doses, making you docile and stupid, and you are being taken one after the other.
Can't you understand the plan? That is why the Nigerian government, they made sure that they promote churches everywhere to give people doses. Sleeping doses, whereas the maintenance is happening. In reality, if they come, once you come out to reality, you come out from the church, you go to reach home, you see where policeman shoot to somebody, you cry, oh God, hey, this person, they don't kill him. That is the reality you are seeing. The following day, you run back to church in order, oh boy, to run out from reality. You stay there for hours, you are being filled. Now you go out, you start facing the reality. It continue being cycle upon cycle, and that's how the docility of Nigerians continue being. The docility of Nigerians, mostly the non-Fulani Nigerians, the indigenous population. it continue going day in, day out. You go, they feed you volume 5. You come, you sleep. You go once you want to see reality, you go, you rush again. They inject you another dose. You sleep. Say, start praising God. After this world, I have another world in heaven that is more. Therefore, whether I have electricity or not, I am okay. And the way you open eye, you see that, oh boy, maybe you want to climb staircase because there is no electricity, no lamp. You fall and wound yourself. You start shouting, oh, that is the reality. The following day you go, your pastor will console you. Don't worry, God, just believe in God, everything will be okay. Let us continue listening.
The services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah.
Commodore. So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipments that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. And some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters where I worked then did not pursue that line of operation because it's beyond them. The defense headquarters, actually, when you look at the defense structure of Nigeria, they lie within the policy strategic level, but basically they are operational guys. So when you have policy problem, then they cannot go beyond their masters. They can write intelligence reports and say this is what is going on. And we've seen that the present government know what is going on.
I'm sorry, is this a policy problem? I mean, the laws are clear. If someone is said to be involved in something as devious as this, the laws are clear. This person is meant to be arrested, questioned. I mean, it's quite clear. So is it a policy problem? We have the laws. So what is stopping the security agencies from actually enforcing the law, since that's what they are?
I think what is stopping them is like when you are a member of a church and your pastor have decided to be at a certain level of spiritualism, and you're a member of that church, you cannot be higher than your pastor. Spiritually, you can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense.
Do you understand the example this man gave? Very, very intelligent example. He said, as you're a member of a church, you cannot be more spiritual than the pastor. You are the Jew. That is why people defend even if they are the Jew, they caught him with sleeping with another person's wife. They say, anyway, touch not my anointed. It's in the head. There is no way for them. This man is on top. They are below. So if it is, had it been, it is any of them that commit the same thing, oh, they will excommunicate him and disgrace him openly. But as far as it is that their pastor, that the Jew that did that, oh, don't worry, don't judge you. He's a man of God. It's very intelligent analysis or analogy. He compared it to the system. Why is this? Because these people, they are powerless. This military, they are powerless over the people that are sponsoring this. Because these are their own heads. People that will give order. These are the politicians that give them order. Do this. They do. There's nothing. You can't arrest them. Anything they do is okay. You understand? Because of it is the feudal system. The feudal system, that is where it goes back to the ideology, the social cultural issue, the way of life. Where some people, the Fulani, they believe in feudal system. Some people are the landlords, whereas others are the squatters, the peasants. The landowners and the peasants, they are not equal. That is the belief of the Fulani. So there's nothing, law doesn't apply. Even there is one place I read, one imam is, I think, no, Hizbah police in Kano, the chief. He gave reason why they cannot deal with rich people or people on top, government officials, like governors or, politicians. The same way they treat, ordinary people in terms of Hizbah. If they break Islamic law, Sharia code, they treat them differently because they don't arrest them. They say, no, these are people, there is a way Allah say. It is a question of social cultural issue, what they believe. We that believe that everybody is equal, they fuse us together by force with people that believe that there are people that are more human than others. Don't you see the problem facing you? Why do you think you can be in Nigeria and do things right? How can you change that social cultural? Whereas some people, they believe that there are people that are above the law. But we believe that everybody is equal before the law. That is where the problem is. This journalist was asking him as if he doesn't know. We have a law, we have this. Is it not DSA that are refusing? They disobey court rule because it is the belief system of the government. That is the belief system. That as far as you are executive, you are the king. What is a court? What is law? You are the law. The king is the law. That is why the DSS disobeys laws. The court will tell them the hope of a common man. We order them to do something, they'll laugh. Because the executive, their king, will say, who is the court? Is it not with the people? I beg, leave those people. Because that is their belief system. Can't you understand that there's no way we can stay together in that zoo called Nigeria? We have different and opposing belief systems. That is the basic problem. Please, let us continue listening.
Secretaries cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Yeah, they cannot.
No matter how small, little
they cannot. So, when the Yar'Adua government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with the solution to the problem. Then the problem was Niger Delta. The president was Yar'Adua. He was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted our operation under Yar'Adua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiment.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Super Tucano jet because of, the insecurity situation. The president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to solve this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yar'Adua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
You know, assuming but not conceding that, I mean, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For
Oh, Chineke kwe na ihe ọjọọ. Something is in the offing. Something is happening seriously. I'm telling you. Look at chaos everywhere. Let me go straight to the topic of my submission today, please. As usual, I will not be. We make you to be indisciplined. I'm telling you before God and man. Nothing will make you to go against the code of conduct of what you are doing. It is impossible. No matter anything, even your own selfishness or your own ego, you swallow it and say, for the sake of the struggle. That is why, you know, our deputy leader, we know that he has agenda right from time. Because as Father Odimegwa said, even if there is any problem, even if there is anything, for the sake of the struggle, for the sake of the people you are representing, you would have swallowed it. That is how you know somebody that is genuine, really genuine. You would have swallowed it and say, okay, for the sake of the struggle, let us continue. But when your selfish interest or personal interest is menaced, when you have selfish interest or your personal interest above the national interest, now you can misbehave. Before you know, you say, no, me, or me to bow down like this. Who are these people that I'm going to obey? Who are they? You don't know that national interest is superior over your personal interest. That is why today in France, Macron, who is, I don't know his age now, is it 30 something or is it up to 40 now? I don't know. He is in charge of France, a country that has nuclear weapon. Age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
In our midst is working so hard.
What matters is
I want to let
discipline to the
IPOB
system.
members realize this and they rally around behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only currency he has is our fellowship. The moment the zoo realize that he hasn't got that fellowship anymore, they are going to deal with him. Now, I want IPOB leadership to distance themselves from politicians in our midst. These politicians are responsible for the 90% of problems they are making out to look like IPOB has problem. IPOB among themselves, they have no. Am I still coming out clear?
Yes, you went off a bit, but now you are back. Go ahead.
Okay, let me round it up so that I will not be cut off again. What I am trying to say is that IPOB leadership need to rise up now and distance themselves from a certain politician in our midst at the moment who is causing the problem the world is thinking that we are having. We are not having any problem, but this politician in our midst is making it look like we are having a problem. He is causing this problem, and I think we know who I am talking about. What they are trying to do is to divide us, and in the end, they will do what they did during MKO Abiola by planting somebody like Obasanjo. They are going to deal with our leader, and then they are going to pretend that they are giving us Biafra and say that there is a new leader who they are going to plant, and we know who I am talking about. This person is a politician. He is not a freedom fighter. IPOB leadership need to rise up now and distance themselves from this politician. IPOB members, wake up. Wake up. He is dragging you people to destruction. You are beginning to follow him. He doesn't mean well for you. Our leader will always say that some people don't mean well for you. This person does not mean well for you. Wake up and stop walking into destruction. You know who I am talking about. Every little thing happening in IPOB, he runs to social media, trying to divide followership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The moment he succeeded in dividing it, they are going to deal with our leader and then say that they are creating Biafra and make him the leader of the new Biafra, which of course is going to be handed over to politicians. IPOB, wake up and distance yourself from this. Make a public announcement. Let the world hear that this person is not an IPOB member. He's not a registered member. Wake up. This is all I am going to say. This person rubbished Anonymous when he tried to warn our leader. Wake up. They are waiting to see how divided you people are before they can deal with our leader and give us a fake Biafra, which will still belong to politicians. You know who I am talking about. Distance yourself from this politician in our midst. He has got dangerous information about us that he is handing over to the zoo. He is working with them. We know he is a politician. You know who I am talking about. Our people are flocking to his platform at the moment, walking sheepishly into destruction. They need to rise up, move away from this politician. He is not a freedom fighter. He keeps disrespecting HOD, keep making us divided. Please, wake up. Wake up. Do not let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lose our fellowship. That's what they are waiting for. The moment they know that we are no longer behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 100%, they are going to deal with him like Anonymous predicted. Please, wake up. Mazi Kechuku, this is all I have to say. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yes, my dear. You know, I just kept quiet for a while because I walk in the spirit. And when I hear the truth coming out, I allow it to flow. So I 100% agree with you, 100% undoubtedly. This is what I've seen. I've been fought. People have fight me. Don't say it. You can't say it. But I know what is happening. But trust me when I tell you, Elohim will deliver us. And trust me, they will not win. Thank you very much, my dear sister.
It's beginning to happen. Abiola is beginning to repeat itself again. They are going to give us fake Biafra using somebody that is a politician, working with politicians. And this person has got dangerous information about IPOB that he is passing on to politicians. He is a politician. He is not a freedom fighter. Stop flocking to his platform, promoting him. If he wants to build his platform, let him start from scratch like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. He is riding on IPOB back, building his platform, dividing us. But we are asleep, walking sheepishly into destruction, crossing over at midnight programs where their souls are being bound. Everybody needs to wake up. They are waiting for us. They are waiting to see us disseminated. Then they deal with our leader. Please wake up. Stop following this politician. Everybody knows who I am talking about. I think my sister Omote said about it yesterday. Please wake up. Stop flocking to that platform. Please wake up and save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is going to happen. Don't follow this politician. He's not a registered member. wake up, please. This is where I'm going to end it. Please, everybody
very
should
much.
wake up. Stop chasing rat. Your house is on fire. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Elohim knows how to speak to his people. Elohim knows how to speak to his people. I've decided to hold my peace because people have beginning to think that Mazi Nnamdi has a special interest. Of course, I have a special interest because this is our life. This is our life. When you hear me talk the way I talk here on this platform, when you hear me speak about IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Biafra with passion, it is not because I hate anybody. It is not because I am against anybody. It is because I am being extra, triple, quadruple careful when I talk about Biafra. Because I know if we lose this, my goodness me, if we lose this, we will never in a million years, even our children will struggle, because by the time our children, get away from the shade of the Fulanese to even talk about Biafra again, it will be years and centuries. We have a rare opportunity. A rare opportunity has been passed down to us. Are we going to allow this to run away from us? Now, let me tell you, the reason why from day one, I know exactly what is happening. From day one, I know exactly what is going on. Maybe some of the people in this struggle, they are still new. Maybe, I'm not saying exactly, but maybe some of the people, the crop of the people we have in the struggle, some of them are new in the struggle. But now, do you know why I know what I know? I was here in 2015 when our leader was incarcerated. I saw what happened. I saw the dimension they came from. But we were able to sustain the attack. We were able to repel the attack. And at the end, we won. Now, the same movie is playing itself back again.
The system of Fulani, what we have are Hausas and Fulani. The Fulani, they are not up to, originally they are not even up to 1% of Nigeria population. But because of their parasitical nature, their lies and bribery, they make you believe that they are larger than life. They attach themselves to the Hausas. Hausa a majority in terms of population. And now they start bringing their own people, Fulani, from every part of Africa, in order to give them land, dispossess you of our ancestral lands. All these things are happening in the north, in the middle belt, even coming to south. And you see the whole Fulani defending them, the Fulani politicians defending them. They call them bandits. They subtly, smartly coined the name bandits. This name bandits, we never know about this name. Only 2 years back only that they started. Because the Fulani will overwhelm. Everywhere is a Fulani headsman. Now no more Fulani headsmen. No more Fulani headsmen. What we have are bandits. They smartly call them bandits and pay heavy amount of money to the Nigerian media and order them stop using Fulani headsmen. Call them bandits. Bandits that are attacking military formation, heavily guarded. Bandits that are shooting down. Bandits that are. Why are people calling me, please? This is not. I don't know why people are only interested in calling. Why? My lines are not open. Why are you calling? If you are not listening, no need of you calling, please. Bandits that can shoot down the Tucano aircraft, the military jet that runs faster than Mach 1 at least, the speed of sound. They have equipment to shoot it down, and they downgrade it. I mean, Nigerian media downgraded it. Oh, these are just ordinary. They call them ordinary bandits, and they are attacking. They are overwhelming everywhere. They are calling them bandits. Ordinary bandits. There is a grand plan. They put Pantami openly. The one they know that, oh, he is a terrorist. Now they put him into mainstream governor. They tested what they passed. Now they say, okay, okay, we break through. One day they will raise the flag of a colonization flag in Asorok. And you see, because by that time they must have bought every other politician. It is them that will come and defend them. Say, no, it doesn't matter. Even this is a great way of a movement. It's good. Even the indigenous people's politicians are the people that will come and defend. Oh, Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. Something is in the offing. Something is happening seriously. I'm telling you. Look at chaos everywhere. Let me go straight to the topic of my submission today, please. As usual, I will not be so long. I want to talk about the superiority of national interest over personal interest. That is the topic of my submission today. Superiority of national interest over personal interest. You know what we are doing today, many of us are doing it out of the love we have for our land. Out of the love we have for our land, for our nation, Biafra. Because we saw that in Nigeria we have no nation. We have no country. Do you understand me? We look at it and say, oh, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up and we started listening. And we say, bingo, this is where I belong. And that is why we are fighting to help. Even if we didn't profit from the nation we are trying to restore, at least our generations coming on, next upper generation will benefit. That is goodness to humanity. That is what we are doing. It is not out of selfishness, but it is a pity you see many people, some people inside this struggle that are there, they have another agenda. And all this agenda is what breeds indiscipline. I'm telling you honestly. That personal interest they have. Some calculated, let me wanga my way. If I start at this early time, if I start making friends with my our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will wanga my way. Will trust me. Now he will give me position from there. I will be killing. That's why. So if I see some people even on social media, I laugh. Some of them, you know them. I laugh. I say, oh, Chineke kukuna ihe ọjọọ. Personal interest working. Where they calculate. Because you know, if you have the national interest, nothing will make you to be indisciplined. I'm telling you before God and man. Nothing will make you to go against the code of conduct of what you are doing. It is impossible. No matter anything, even your own selfishness or your own ego, you swallow it and say, for the sake of the struggle. That is why, you know, our deputy leader, we know that he has agenda right from time. Because as Father Odimegwa said, even if there is any problem, even if there is anything, for the sake of the struggle, for the sake of the people you are representing, you would have swallowed it. That is how you know somebody that is genuine, really genuine. You would have swallowed it and say, okay, for the sake of the struggle, let us continue. But when your selfish interest or personal interest is menaced, when you have selfish interest or your personal interest above the national interest, now you can misbehave. Before you know, you say, no, me, or me to bow down like this. Who are these people that I'm going to obey? Who are they? You don't know that national interest is superior over your personal interest. That is why today in France, Macron, who is, I don't know his age now, is it 30 something or is it up to 40 now? I don't know. He is is in charge of France, a country that has nuclear weapon? Age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is discipline to the system. The system. That is what matters. The system. The system is the national interest. You understand? National interest is the interest of a nation as a whole, held to be an independent entity, separate from the interests of subordinate areas or groups. You know, national interest can sometimes go against your personal interests, and you bear it. If you are patriotic, you bear it. You say, my personal interest is nothing compared to the national interest. Because what we are fighting for, we are fighting for an equitable state, an equitable nation, where people will look back and say, thank you to our ancestors that they gave us, fought for this nation. Just like the Americans are doing today. They are thanking heavens, thanking their ancestors. Not you that are praying against your ancestors, spirit of ancestor, ancestral spirit. You are casting them away. Who are you? Without the ancestors, you wouldn't be alive. You wouldn't be into this world. And one day you are going to be an ancestor also. A time will come, you will be an ancestor. So let us remove stupidity from our skulls, from our brains, please. National interest is a rationality of national interest is a rationality of governing, referring to a sovereign state's goals and ambitions, be they economic, military, cultural, or otherwise. Within the field of international relations, the national interest has frequently been assumed to comprise the pursuit of security, wealth, and power. National interest, security, wealth, and power. You know, first of all, you have security. That is the pursuit of national interest. In Nigeria, you don't have all these things. Instead, what you have is personal interest. That is why when you have money, now you go, you hire your own security. You pay your own security. You pay your own lights, electricity. You pay your own for your own electricity. Your generator. You supply your own electricity. You dig your own borehole. Everything is given, you do it by yourself. Because there is no national interest in Nigeria. What we have are, we attend, is a do as you can. That is what Nigerians have been subjected to. And that is what we are trying to change. We are fighting for a nation, to restore a nation that at least everyone will have fairness. Everybody will be treated at least equally. You will have fair play, equal playing ground. So that if you fail, you know that you don't blame the government, you don't blame the system, you don't blame your nation, you blame yourself. Because meritocracy will reign. That is what you are fighting for. Everyone in this planet has the personal interest of survival via one way or the other. But the national interest overrules this personal interest, which should provide equal playing ground and fair play for everyone to thrive. Do you understand? That is what America did. At the first time, we have the wide west, where power is right. You can kill and slaughter. Take land and kill and slaughter. Any person that passes there, you can kill him. But the systems start coming to regulate all these things. The system started coming. Please, why are people calling? Is my voice not coming out or what? I don't really understand. Why are people calling? Or is it just to disturb me? My voice is coming out. Then why are people calling? I will remark all these callers, please. I will remark them. I will remark them. Because it is absurd. I'm telling you honestly. Their calls used to disturb. Why? Why are our people? Why? There's something I see. Some people, they want to just their voice to be heard in radio. They don't listen. And sometimes these are sometimes people will call. Yes, my voice is coming out. Yes. Sometimes people will call and say, I didn't hear please, can you remind me what are you talking? If you didn't hear, why should you call? If you didn't hear the teaching or the discussion, why must you call? Must you? Sometimes sometimes our people will surprise me. I'm telling you. Personally, he preached for 1 hour. Now, I say, sometimes our people can frustrate you, but thank God we are formidable. Honestly, people are calling. For what are you calling? Sorry, sir. You are not listening. That's why you are calling. And I will remark all those numbers. Don't worry. So what am I saying before, please? I am talking about the national interest overriding your personal interest. That is the topic of my submission. As I said, everyone in this planet has his own personal interest of survival via one way or another. But the national interest overrules this personal interest, which should provide equal playing ground and fair play for everybody to thrive. Do you understand what I mean? In Nigeria, there is no fair play. There is no equal opportunity. There is no... People are living in medieval period. That is why you see people, he's a billionaire, he come around him, he will hire, you pay for military. Everybody toting guns around him. And he will be misbehaving. Do you see the problem we are having? Do you see why we are doing what we are doing? Because we want the national interest promoted, so that at least people, equity and justice and fairness will be promoted. The system will be put in place. We are learning governance. That is why sometimes when I saw people, they say, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but I know that person can command me, only him. I laugh. I say, no, these people are, they are naive, either ignorant or voluntarily mischievous. I'm telling you. I heard that statement. I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anything he tell me, I will do, but not DOS. I say now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted this. It's just like when people that are no more listening to Radio Biafra. You are not listening to my voice, are you? Because this platform is being instituted by that person you say you love. Is Nnamdi Kanu going to live forever? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are we going to live forever? What if you don't respect what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted? You are deceiving yourself. I'm telling you. You are deceiving yourself. You are emotional. You know what we are doing? We are trying to let our people remove too much emotion and be realistic. You understand me? Be realistic in what you are doing, not emotion. You know, emotion of praying in the church. You say Holy Ghost, hey, everybody will be jumping up. Say Holy Ghost, catch you. It's emotion you are trying to promote. When you sing music, you sing music, you charge. It's emotion. We should be realistic in what we are doing. What we are fighting for is to make sure that national interest overrides, reigns supreme against our personal interest. Because if it is personal interest, it will be anarchy everywhere. You know water. When you see flooding. Because according to Archimedes' principle, water finds its own level. When there is no way, the river that is flowing, it has a platform, it has a space. It's trying to continuously make, because it bevel, that's why there is current. When there is too much of water at one particular time, suddenly it bursts and overflows everywhere. That is confusion. Water is good, but when it's too much like that, it becomes flooding. It can spoil things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we are trying to manage our people so that we understand what it means to serve our country, what it means to serve our nation, what it means to be genuine in what we are doing. Not you are expecting money to be sent to you. Not you are expecting for you to have contact. For you to be taken to oversee. IPOB, you are doing IPOB so that people are seeing you to help you. No. That is personal interest, please. What we are doing should be genuine. To get a country, restore a country, whereby in the next 100 years, people that time will be happy. They will look back and say, thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because by that time he must have been an ancestor. Likewise me, Mazi Johnathan, I would have been an ancestor. Likewise most of us. In the next 200 years, no person living in this planet Earth today will be alive. Do you know that? In the next 200 years. It doesn't matter they born you today. You will be dead by then, gone. Do you understand what it means? You will be an ancestor. So that people will see, even if, like George Washington, he didn't eat the fruit of what he fought for. But he set up a chart, he set up a channel, he set up institution. He made sure that people's brain were enlightened so that they continue following that system. They died, they fought and died for. And today, the Americans are happy for their ancestors. For setting up, making sure that, look, their personal interests, we are not superior to their national interests. You understand me? The children of Israel, I used to give an example, different ways. The children of Israel were punished for the single sin of one man, they call Achan or Akan, when he hid some materials from Jericho. When they were commanded not to take anything, it will be dedicated to God. And this man saw different things and hid it. God knows something. He's all knowing. He know that he know the man. He would have struck him dead, but he didn't do. Instead, they start killing the whole Israelis. If they go to war, they become defeated. For the sin of one person, for the personal interest of one person. You know what God is teaching them about national interest, to be in bulk. One person can cause offsets. Beware of your personal interest overruling national interest. When they say our institution says our system is like this, don't do like this, and you go and do it.
it can offset. It's just like cobweb. It can offset the system. God started punishing the whole people, so that to make them start thinking, start walking by themselves. God would have told them, no, it's one man that did it. These people that are telling you today that God can send you a lot, they don't work and God will do you like this, they are criminals. I'm telling you, they are criminals. During the time of the old, even God taught people how to walk, how to make use of their brain to find out something and do something about it themselves. Because they shouldn't depend on him always to kill that sinner or that criminal or their enemy. Go and use your brain. God was telling them, there is somebody, after they came back, after all those defeats, what happened? They asked. And through the prophet, God told them, there is something that happened, so find it out. Somebody is a criminal here. Find it out. Is it hard for God to say, to bring out and show even strike that person down immediately in the presence of the people? Is it hard for him? But he wanted them to walk, to find out that walk, that is to put that thing will make them, they put a system. They work out a system among them in order to find out a criminal. Because they're a group of people. It's national interest. That is why, I used to tell you that the Europeans, they are the people that are even doing the will of God, creating in this world. They are exploiting that command that God say, go and exploit this world. That is what the Europeans did. Do you understand? We cry every time. Hey, the Europeans, they are the authors of our problem. This and that. I laugh. I say, no. This world, I used to repeat this thing here. I don't know if you have contrary view. You can call when the lines are open, you can tell me. And we can discuss about it or debate about it. But for me, I say, no. This world is a free world. Why didn't our ancestors go first and discover Europe and conquer them and share them? Maybe have a Arochukwu conference where our ancestors will share the whole from Luxembourg, from Spain, France, Portugal to Scandinavia. Share them among themselves and go and colonize them. Is it not a free world? What were they doing that time? Where we are in there developed and are they not human beings? Sometimes we, out of emotion, they are killing. I said, no, we are the cause of our own problems. We are. Today we are still, struggling to restore Biafra. We see people that we started this struggle before them. They are free. They are free. Why can't you consistently continue the struggle? If it comes to politics, you insert politics. If it comes to armed struggle, you enter. You persevere. The same way the Taliban's persevere, and today they chased out the world power. Don't you see something there? But every time we complain and do nothing. Remember, God wants you to use your brain. God wants you to work. That is why, to exploit the world. The Europeans, they first of all found out the secret. And the secret lies in the brain. The different ways of thinking. When our ancestors when they came to the shores, the seashores, they look at the horizon. They say, instead they do sacrifice. Say, there is a God living there. You cannot enter. That place is the end of the world. And all of them will say, yes, and they will. Everybody will go back to his forest and start being there. But the people that are wise, that develop their brain, they say, no, we can risk it. Let us go that horizon and see. If we perish, we perish. That is why the Bible says, he who loses his life will gain it. If you risk, no risk, no gain. That's it. The Europeans, They said, do you know that even that time it was the most powerful seafarers in the world were the Portuguese and the Spanish. They divided this world among them. Do you understand? They divided the world among themselves. So they risked and started venturing to where others will not. If you want to go there, I said, no, you want this deity to swallow you? Don't go. The Europeans, they risked. Do you know how many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of them that perish inside the sea? And you are talking, they are exploiting us. The world is for exploitation. If you know this, if you understand it, you will keep quiet and walk, so that you become powerful to exploit other weaker ones. That is as the people. I'm not talking as individuals. Do you understand? After all, how did God manifest how did God prove that He's with the Israelites? They exploited others. The Jebusites, the Canaanites, they went and took away their land, killed everything, burned everything, and we are talking about Jericho. Am I not talking about Achan now? These are people they did, they exploited and killed, even their unborn children, they killed and everything, they exploited them. Therefore, exploitation in this world is allowed. That is why you should not be always weak. Crying as the people of Jos. Oh, we are showing the Christians, they are killing us every time. They are killing you. You can't do nothing. They are killing you. Organize yourself. He said no. After you carry the corpses, you go to church and pray and go. You are assailants. The Fulani terrorists, they will be watching and laughing. Tomorrow, every day the same thing. You will be shouting. Why can't you organize yourself? That is our point. Organize and do something. Do you know that organization is very hard? That is why some people, when they come, they say, let us go and shoot down heaven. We shall do this. I say, do you understand what is organization? Just call, even with money you can bribe. Call your kindred and task them to one objective, to do something. Just look. Watch and see how difficult to organize 5 people, even in your family. So that people don't understand. The only weapon to make people to subdue, to make people to think is this Radio Biafra, so that you can listen and now you start thinking in another way around. Once you are enlightened, you become disciplined to a cause, to a national cause. That is it. When they say fire, you fire. When they say stop, you stop. When they say do this, you do. Just for the love of the nation. Nothing more. It's not for your interest. For your personal interest. You understand me? That is what we are doing here. I'm talking about the superiority of the national interest to personal or private interest. Today, our people, they took their personal private interests more higher than our focus. That is our national interest. And that is affecting us negatively. It's very bad. That is why when they tell somebody, stop, he will not stop. He says, who are you to talk to me? I am talking with, do you know that I was with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because he has another agenda. Because his personal interest for him is superior to the cause we are into. Why can't you respect institutions? That is the problem we have in Nigeria. We don't dare. I say if we can restore a Biafra that is like Nigeria, we better. On your own, go Pirawa with Fulani. You go and becomes many of us. We can go and start making falling prostrating for Fulani Alhaji. God forbid. We don't dare restore a nation that will be like Quagmire Nigeria. Africa is in a mess today due to the prevalence of personal interest over national interest. That is what the Europeans found out. That Africans are so greedy They can sell their own mother. They can sell their own people, kids and kings, just for their personal interest. That is what is playing out today. And they use that weapon. The Fulani, they are using it against us Biafrans. We, even Southerners, at Middle Beta. Give them, just give one of them, give him position. Make him look relevant. And now he will, he will sell every other person. It didn't start today. This is the problem. IPOB is teaching us to opt for national interest over personal interest. Do you understand what I mean? Do you know that if Japan, I used to give this example all the time because, you know, the Japanese, they surprise me. It's when you study Japan, you will get thrilled, honestly. It's a highly developed country. And their history, you will love it. If left for the Japanese people to pursue their selfish interests concerning the European Christianity or the European invasion at the early time, most of them would have opted for the Christendom because they could be individually billionaires and millionaire pastors with private jets. But their national interest of protecting their traditional inheritance prevails, and today they are enjoying it. You understand what I mean? You know, Japan, they resisted Christianity for 265 years from the 16th century to 18th century. Europeans brought advanced technology, advanced weapon, and their version of Christianity. And some Japanese started falling for their Christianity. But the system. Even that time, Japanese, they were fighting against themselves. Everywhere before, it was war. Everywhere around the world. You know, it's an advancement that even minimize war. Before, it was fiefdom everywhere, war, tribal war, kingdom war, because there is feudal system prevalent everywhere. You have warlords. You understand? Just like the Europeans, they fought more wars than Africa, more tribal wars than Africa even. People don't know this. What made the Europeans refined is because they started using their brain. They became enlightened. Now they possess the secrets of humanity, the secret of this planet, controlling it with brain. You start using your brain. That thing God was teaching the Israelis, now the Europeans, they got it. Because at the beginning, right from beginning, God was teaching the Israelis in order to use your brain. Use your brain to control your environment, control your people, control things, do work, do something. Therefore, you cannot do something without using brain as human beings. That is why when somebody sins in the God don't strike the people. Most of the time, God don't kill that person. He will suffer the whole nation. The people, they will start asking, but why this thing befall up? No. Now God will tell them, there is somebody in India that did something. Therefore, it is for you to find out, which means you use your brain. Find out. Now, when they found out, now they will try to find a way in order to institute something among themselves to prevent another person from doing that. That is what God wants. And that is what the Europeans did. They used their brain, they changed the way they think. And bingo, they got the key. You know, people, they call people different names. Illuminati, they are bad people. These are people that knows the secret of this world. You don't know. You know, one thing you don't know, you start castigating it. That is how black man is. But white man, one thing he didn't know, he will try to enter inside to understand what is that. So this is it. The Europeans, they use their brain. The Japanese, you know, the Japanese king, they bought the advanced weaponry as of that time. Gunpowder. People that the samurai that we are using bows and arrows and swords. Now they saw weapon, gunpowder that you can use, and shoot somebody without coming nearer to the person. Maybe 100 meters, you kill the person, or even more. You kill the person. Is it not more advanced? Before he can come to you to hit you with sword, you just press the trigger and the person will be shot with the blunderbuss, the ancient thing gone. It thrilled the Japanese. They say, okay, we bought this, we buy this. But when it comes to ideological dominance, this, the Jesuits, the missionaries, they went into work. The Japanese, they say no. No. If we allow this, we are in a problem. You know that today Christians are less than 1% in Japan. It will baffle you. Christians, Japanese Christians are less than 1%, 1%, less than 1%. But you see, people are thriving. Many if you have a Japanese visa, you even go and give testimony. You understand? Do you know that if many of them were allowed to make choice, some of them would have been made missionaries also. There would be overall pastors, bishops, and this and that going on private jet today. The same way our people are today, subjugated in the hands of all these so-called clergymen, imams and pastors and priests and clergymen in general, making money out of the stupidity of people. Somebody said sometime, I laugh, but it's true. He said every Sunday people are going to the church playing lottery. They will tell you, sow 1,000 naira and win 10 million. Sow 1,000, win 10 million. And people are doing this all the time. Many, they are not winning. Every time so, and you will, if you sow small, 500, God will give you one small blessing. You will win maybe just 1 million naira. But when you sow big, you win big. And people are falling for this rubbish. Because people are not using their brain. Do you understand? Do you think that if had it been the system that time, the Japanese kingdom or the kings, had it been they opened up and say, okay, let people do their wish, many people would have allowed Christianity to come, because many will be gaining. Many will be and say, okay, let people do their wish. Many people would have allowed Christianity to come, because many will be gaining. Many will be gaining. Your stomach. Not everything, every of your plan is about how you make money. No. If the Europeans are doing it like that, are thinking that way, we wouldn't have had a aeroplane today. Let people do their wish. Many people would have allowed Christianity to come, because many will be gaining. Many will be gaining. The rich brothers, they were the first people to fly aircrafts. I think on cardboard that has passengers for, I think, 59 seconds. The rich brothers, followed by others. These people, they were not doing all these things to satisfy their stomach. No, but to develop mankind. Faradays about electricity. They discover things. They were not doing it in order to satisfy, as I said. Out of that time, had it been the decisions of the Japanese government, the Japanese monarchy, had it been they allow those personal interests with emotion, had it been they entered with emotion, sentiment, allow people to go with sentiment, leave now, we have freedom, we should have freedom of a choice. We are people now, beg, leave us. I'm telling you today, there would have been chaos everywhere. Japan might not have developed as it did, but they need one overall ideology, their traditional ideology that they understood better. Today, what are we seeing? Is it not chaos in our land? Is it not chaos? Okay. Let me say this. During the age of discovery and subsequent conquest, as is what I said before, Spain and Portugal, the two major sea powers, aggressively sought to extend their influence over new lands. In 1494, through the mediation of Pope Alexander VI, the two countries agreed the Treaty of Tordesillas, which divided the world along a meridian 370 leagues west of the Cape Verde Islands. All newly discovered islands or lands in the Eastern Hemisphere were allocated to Portugal. All those in the Western Hemisphere to Spain. Do you see what I'm telling you before? That this world is a free world, though. If you can now go and invade America and get away with it, you do it. That is the free world. It was like this. Do you know that this world was divided into two in 15th century? When Spain and Portugal, they were world powers in the sea. They were the highest seafarers. They traveled. They mastered the art of seafaring. Now they divided this world into two for themselves. Eastern Hemisphere for Portugal, Western Hemisphere for Spain. Do you see that? Do you see that the world is not only, when I tell you that, look, when you blame Europeans for dividing Africa, sharing Africa in Berlin, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Why should you blame? Because they feel that they can exploit us, and they did. Why did they do so? Because they started using their brain. Had it been we are the first people to start using our brain, we should have done the same things to them against them before they did it to us. You understand? Sometimes you reason things in another way around. During the period of the great discoveries by Spain and Portugal, and as the countries in Middle and South America, Southeast Asia and Africa were colonized, the native religions were to be eliminated, often by the sword, to impose Christianity. Often by the sword. And listen, when some people are telling you that Christianity, if they slap you, say, Bible say, if they slap you from here, on the other side. But that Christianity, it was imposed on many people by sword. Do you understand it? Nah, you know, our brain exploit mental slavery. They mentally enslaved us. Physically and mentally. Mentally is the worst, so that we become helpless. They made sure that we don't think out of the box they put us. That is what IPOB, Radio Biafra, is making you to think out of the box. Do you understand? Think outside the box. Otherwise, you start thinking every time they cage you, they say the way they cage you mentally, you continue thinking like that. That's why when you see people, only their argument is based on quotation from the Bible. Only they don't know any other thing. And when you tell them, please, this thing you are quoting, okay, do you read the other? Are you versatile? Have you read Quran? Have you read Confucianism? Have you read Hindu book? Why is it all about Christians? Come on, see the world in another perspective also, from the perspective of other people. Do you understand? So what am I trying to say? These people, they maintain their national interest. That is why, first of all, they have to develop their brain. because that is the first thing. That thing that God was making the people to do, I mean the Israelites, God worked on their brain. You know, God would have done everything for them, killed their enemies, the Moabites, even in Canaan, before they reached that side. But God allowed them to do work, to do it by themselves. If somebody sin or commit crime, God will punish all of them to make them to put a system to fish out a criminal. Now it is for you to, tap your brain, scatter your brain in order to bring out a system. Build institutions that will be fishing out criminals. Otherwise, the punishment will be collected from God. This is what God taught them. So when the Europeans, what they did, the Berlin Conference, everything they did, it is in consonant with the rule of the world, even by God. Exploitation is allowed. If today we develop, Biafra come and we become superpower. If we can get away with it with the coalition of the willing, we invade another place and get away with it, exploit. It's allowed. Don't you know that? It's allowed. That is why sometimes all this we are peace-loving people. It gets me to the mouth. I'm telling you. If you're a peace-loving person, your ass is grass. You always you take any nonsense. You should be licking anything because you are peace-loving. I hate that sentence. It's before they use it to deceive us. Peace-loving people. Igbos are known for their peace. They don't look for peace. They don't look for trouble. Only where they are selling. They are making their living. I say, what? Do you know that Oyipo, they are not peace-loving? This is a story for another day. Do you know that they are not peace-loving? It's only the law that forced them to be like that, because they have a very brutal law. I say brutal law. It doesn't forgive. For you to understand, that is how they made, and that is how human beings should be. If you're peace-loving, the other day I preached it. We shouldn't be peace lovers at all costs. Otherwise, you become chicken. Chicken, go to poultry farm. They are peace-loving, but they are being fed for their flesh. They are peace-loving. So this question of every time, we are peace-loving. Peace-loving. Come on, get out. Look at Taliban that are brutal. Haven't they pursued the foreigner? I used to watch their documentary every time. I used to follow their documentary. Taliban documentary. Because I love their courage. I love their brutality. I love it so much. Without brutality, you cannot succeed in this world as a people. You will continue suffering. We are peace-loving people. We are peace. Spare me that around nonsense. This is what the politicians are using in deceiving us. When they talk, you think that it's an accolade. Don't you know that it is an insult to you? What kind of peace-loving? This world. Do you know that the world is double spinning? If you're a peace lover, you shouldn't be in this world in the first place. Because the world is a world of trouble. It's a world of problems. Speeding at 100 and something thousand miles per minute or kilometer per hour. Now turning around the sun at 100 and something also. 20 something thousand kilometers per hour. And you tell me that you are peace loving. Look, peace lovers everywhere. Where are they? Peace loving people. They are always they are suffering. They are extinct. When you are brutal, look at the Fulani Caliphate. They are brutal. And look at how they are coming. Look at how they are coming. You that is peace loving, where are you? Where are you? It is a high time we rise up as one people and stop this shenanigans of infighting of being in discipline. Let us IPOB is one family. We should be moving towards one direction for goodness sake. That is what our leader put in place. And he should be happy when he sees us like this, going towards one direction. Today, the politicians are trying to hijack everything. They issue this order. They do this. They do that. So that they in order to make sure that they put a crack in IPOB, but it is impossible. Our people should be wise.
this personal interest, please make sure that you relegate, once it comes to our collective interest or national interest, relegate that your personal interest to the background, because that is where lies the problems. You understand? That is the cause of the problems we are having. This is where I'm going to stop. I will open my lines. But before I do that, I will go to few minutes breaks so that people will start calling. Please. I will go to just few minutes break before people will start calling. Stomach, no, but to improve humanity, to make sure that the human being is on top. Do you understand? But what are you thinking? What is your preoccupation? From when you are in kindergarten till now that you are 40 or 50 years old. It's only how to look for food for you and your children. Can't you have a rethink? Are you, if it's like that, what is the difference between you and a goat? Because a goat, that is only his preoccupation. A goat cannot discover even simple matches. No, it cannot think about how does electricity work. No, it doesn't have that brain. But we humans, we are created like that, to develop our brain. Do you understand me? You know, according to during the medieval period, the story in the Bible, the rainbow, it's an act of God. And God bring out rainbow as a sign. Yes. But science now started thinking of why is there rainbow in the first place? And later they cracked it. Do you understand? That thing that was a mystery before, when people's minds, when people's brains, we are never developed. Now science cracked it, because that is how it should be. And even God, anywhere he is, will be clapping for them. And that is why they are in control of everywhere. Because they developed their brain. For you still be anywhere. When you see rainbow, you say, oh, it's a sign of God. Oh, yeah. But there are people that have explained it. They can form artificial rainbow. Just water crystals in the atmosphere. Water crystals. Now you pass the right light and you see rainbows forming. That is it. That is explanation. That thing you think is an angel of God that did it. Yes, he can do it. But human beings can do it too. The same way human beings can now form rain, artificial rain, and it will be falling in a city. Don't you think that it is absolutely normal? I'm talking about why we should never fail. IPOB. When we say IPOB, we say one family. IPOB started with barrage of criticisms, insults. Oh, these are small boys. Oh, this and that. But because of consistency, we are where we are today. Today, our leader is in the hands of our enemies, and all hell broke loose. You see people with different agendas in IPOB popping up. Sometimes I will just be watching. I say, so IPOB, one family. So, there's one thing I see on people. Let me tell you, the pattern of, we have been in this struggle right from time 2013, early 2013. There is a pattern of all these people. Most of them, do you know what they do? When they are committing, they are misbehaving, they will still be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will be calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. It's our leader. I used to watch their pattern, the same thing. So that people, oh God Almighty, the same way, according to the Holy Book, the same way Satan works, it will come subtly.
Oh, did God say that you should not eat any of these trees? Say, no. Just to stir up conversation. To make you believe that, oh, this one also, there is nothing wrong. It's not harmful. They always continue. Once they start departing, they will continue with, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They continue making it so that in order to capture you more and more people, more and more followers, more and more, at least he believe on our leader is our leader. From there, he will be telling you truth and be dishing out what you want, what the thing, the main thing he is forming that to be, to be solidifying and entrenching his ideology in you. We know this system. We know it. Once they see that they have gotten enough people and they have entered too much inside you, now they open up directly. They will start criticizing our leader. No, but this thing is doing. Is it the only one person? I beg. From there now you see, because he have entered into the minds of people, which I have seen it many myriads of people. It's like that. So, what I'm warning our people is why we should not fail. Let me read something, please. Because I'm not going to take much time. I want to read something. One of the reasons why we should not fail. So that when you are yapping, when you are talking, when you are acting, 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat. WhatsApp and Signal lines +61 405 142 547. Call us and give us our view. As usual, as I told you, please make sure that you be fair so that others will also you give others the chance needed to call by being brief, please, as you can. But remember, the topic of our submission today says superiority of national interest over personal interest. I'm going to go first to caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Please call us on Signal and WhatsApp. Hold on. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Please go on. Welcome to the program. You are the first caller. Go on, please.
Thank you. Mazi Johnathan, may God bless you, and I want him to protect our dear Union wherever he is at this moment. And may him bless all Biafrans, especially IPOB, ESN. We all in this together. Mazi Johnathan, I say your program today, you have said it all. So my own faith, I want all Biafrans to join my faith that we have nothing to chase anymore, is to free our dear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to restore Biafra. There is nobody that will heard what you said this or this at this moment that will not gather himself together and forget whatever, any gossip or what offend anybody have offended him or her. Now, not to focus on this particular restoration of Biafra. Please urge every Biafrans, wherever you are, please forget whatever that somebody has or whatever that the agent of devil and the zoo are using up and down there in social media and began to destroy what we are doing. Let everybody focus on the way to restore Biafra and chase them out of our land. There's nothing we have anymore. Jonathan, your word today was like everything. You just say everything. You just touch every angle. So it gives us reason to focus on what we are doing. And there's nothing anymore that anybody can do or to say in social media to distract our mind or to divert us to focus in whatever the politicians what they want. No, what we want, Biafra or not in Biafra or death. That is all I want every Biafran around the world to focus on right now, and that is final. And we cannot go out from it until Biafra is restored. Thank you, Mazi Johnathan. Thank you. My name is Chijoke. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Thank you, Mazi Johnathan. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, please welcome to the program. Caller on Signal
Mazi, please hold on. Call on, what's up? Go on. Call on, what's up?
Okay. Good evening, Mazi Johnathan.
Welcome.
My name is Mazi Obona Wafam. I'm calling from my location. I listen to your submission. In fact, every evening I always look forward to your program. I've gained a lot. Like today's topic on national interest over individual interest. It really is a well-timed lecture. And that makes me to remind, because I always read Russia history, Russia Cold War history. Do you know that the Russians, they value motherland, they call motherland Russia?
Of course.
And if they catch any saboteur, they eliminate the saboteur immediately. They don't even think it twice. They don't think it twice.
In our land,
Russia,
in our land, we use emotion. We combine emotion with everything, which is very, very wrong.
Yes.
People that are brutal, that are highly mad about their national interests, they succeed. You don't joke with them. Honestly, they always succeed.
Yes.
But when you join emotion.
Another example. Yes. Another example we need to look at is China. Why is China not practicing democracy? Nobody have asked that question today. If you look at the history of China, you discover that they are like stubborn like us, like we Biafran. But the China leaders, they know that, and they implemented a brutal system of government, in the sense that if you steal, they kill everybody that is related to you, so that they will eliminate anything like stealing in their government. And that is where they are today. And everybody, you are seeing Odogu China, Odogu Malaysia, but you don't know how those people did what they did to make their land better. We need to adopt that policy, in the sense that any saboteur, we need to be brutal. The only thing, everybody will rest, but the most important thing is for the nation to stand, the nation to be great. Even this America we are looking at today, if they discover anybody that is working against national interest, they eliminate it. But these days they do it with style. They will set up somebody, CIA will kill the person, but they will go and use one criminal and say that the criminal is drug or something that killed the person. Every great nation look at national interest. We need to adopt that. Biafrans need to wake up. We need to wake up if we must restore Biafra. We need to wake up and stop being sentimental about all this and deceiving ourselves. So, and our forefathers were like this, just that they fell prey to westernization and Christianity. And that is what the white men came subtly and took away our dignity as Igbos and as Biafrans. So we need to go back to the way our forefathers that fought then were. And we need to be brutal against any saboteur, especially Igbo land, Biafrans. We have the greatest number of saboteurs in any nation around the world presently. So look at Yorubas, the way they came together. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Brother, thank you. You have said it all. Thank you. Caller on signal. Mazi, welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Mazi, can you hear me?
Hey, Biafra.
Almost hey, Biafra. Good evening. Please hold on, I'll come to you.
Good evening, Mazi Johnathan. Good evening, all Biafrans worldwide, and also the sympathizers of Biafrans. This evening, my name is Mazi Otisi. I am a native of Abreba. Abreba is in Umuahia province of Biafra. And the Abreba is a riverine area and also a hinterland area of Biafra land. And this evening you were discuss about national interest. First, I want to use France. Give you as example. When you started, you were asking the age of the president of France is 44 years now, and also. If we go back to when he win election, there is a party here in France that are against the foreigners. And if you check what they are saying, they are talking about the national interests of France.
By Marine Le Pen.